This episode of Soldier Knows Best is brought to you by Carbonite. Hey, what's up guys? Soldier Knows Best here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the new maps in iOS 6 and the fact that a couple days ago, the new CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, came out and apologized to his customers, all the customers of Apple, for their latest release of maps for iOS 6 because a lot of people are in uproar over it. They say that it sucks. It's definitely inferior to Google Maps, and Tim Cook recognized this and put out an apology letter that I'll put a link down below if you want to go ahead and read that. But the fact that Apple and Tim Cook actually came out and apologized for this is a big win. I think that is something that it didn't need to do because it's not like they shipped a defective product like the iPhone was breaking down or the screen stopped working for a lot of devices. But the fact that he came out and acknowledged that the new maps in iOS 6 was definitely rushed out. They didn't need to release it. And one of the things that people were upset about is that it came out that Apple still had another year in their contract with Google for Google to still supply Google Maps to all of Apple's iOS devices for at least another year. So it looks like Apple probably could have waited to iOS 7 to release their new version of their maps, and another year could have definitely did wonders for this new map application. Now, even with another year or maybe 2 years, there's no way that Apple's new iOS maps is going to get close to the type of success or the type of quality that Google Maps is right now, because Google Maps is something that's been years and years and years and years in the making. And it's not that easy just to make a world map and provide all these different features to it, as Apple is now finding out. But at least another year would have kind of fine-tuned the things a little bit more, or they could have been able to possibly put in the transit information for transit systems like subways and things like that a lot of people are upset about because it's missing from this new maps in iOS 6. Stuff like that. Not like my biggest problem that I have with iOS maps is that when I look for searching for things in my city, St. Louis, things that I know are very popular locations, it doesn't come up in the search results. So I have to go in and manually put in the address. Something like that probably could have been fixed in another year, or at least a lot better than what it is right now. And so also in this letter, Tim Cook suggested alternatives like Bing Maps or Google Maps or Nokia Maps or MapQuest, other applications in the App Store. And now if you do go into the App Store, you will find that there is an alternative map section now. So you'll be able to see all these different map applications that Apple is now recommending that you could possibly use until they get their iOS maps a little bit better. But now it looks like people are going to be waiting for the new Google Maps application to be released in the App Store as a standalone application and download that onto the iOS devices on day one. I think a lot of people are going to be downloading that. But until then, we're going to be kind of stuck with iOS 6 maps. Now again, I don't think that this new maps is totally 100% bad like a lot of people are saying it. Like, this is not the end of the world bad. But I do think Apple could have used their time a little bit more wisely and took advantage of that extra year that they had in their contract with Google and kind of refined their own maps and did release it with iOS 7, which again, a lot of people weren't really asking for this new map. So I think if they waited to iOS 7, it wouldn't have been a bad thing at all. So anyway, guys, this has been my thoughts about the new iOS 6 maps. But before we head out of here, I'm going to take one last look at our sponsor for this video. And today's sponsor is Carbonite. Now, more than likely, every single one of us has lost some data somehow on our computer, whether a hard drive probably crashed, or you accidentally dropped your computer and broke it, or somebody may have stolen it, burned it up in the fire, who knows. But a lot of times you lose this information, but Carbonite is a very easy and simple backup solution. It's automatic and it's in the cloud, so you don't have to worry about any hardware, anything like that. And they have some iPad and iPhone applications that you can use to actually access all of your files and your information on the go on those different devices. So Carbonite is the better backup plan for your home office or your small business. And so if you're interested in trying out Carbonite, you can try it absolutely free by going to carbonite.com and use the offer code SOLDIER. And if you do decide to go ahead and buy Carbonite after you do the trial, you can get 2 bonus months just because you use that offer code SOLDIER. Again, it's carbonite.com and the offer code is SOLDIER. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment down below. But what are your thoughts about the new maps in iOS 6? Do they suck? They just need a little bit more work? What is your personal opinion about them? Leave a comment down below. And thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.